Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Kimberly Reese. I'm a mother, a publicist, and a friend. Won't you join me every Monday for Motivation Mondays as we navigate this crazy life we all live in? See you then.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? It is your girl, Kimberly Reese. How's it going? Happy Monday. Happy Motivation Monday. So, hey, I wanted to share with you that I'm on vacation-ish. I just got married, and I am staying in this wonderful place. I'm in Ghana, West Africa, and I sent you guys another video. I don't know, a couple of days ago, just to give you the update. But I want to give you guys, just some background on what we've been doing. Just loving my husband. We had a whirlwind wedding. It was 2 ceremonies plus like a blessing type ceremony. A rehearsal dinner, a lot of stuff. I had shipped stuff here, things here to Ghana. And we stayed in the mountains for our honeymoon, 3 hotels there, 4, yes, 1 resort and 3 hotels. And then we came back down to Accra and stayed in one of the hotels we liked to stay in. We were happy because we had to start our Airbnb experience, but we had 1 more day. So we decided to stay in Accra just for the 1 day, just for the 1 night. Enjoy that hotel. It's called the Airport View Hotel. We really like it there. And we came here. So here, I'm going to show you around. Now, don't talk about the apartment because I've been busy. Right? I've been busy. So I am here, and the city is called Kakrati. So I'm going to take you outside because there's the owner of the location is here, but I'm going to take you outside first, and I'm going to show you. When you see the outside, you're going to be like, oh, so this is an interesting place. So it is a cute little, I guess, kind of chalet. We are near the beach, which is, I guess this is considered a central region of Ghana, of Accra, of Greater Accra, if you will. But it's called Kakrade, and I could be saying that wrong. So we are kind of hidden back in the middle of a little hideaway, if you will. So as a matter of fact, to the right of me, you will see the owner. Her name is Alice. I'm just going to say wave to her. And this place is so hidden and just a cute little paradise. So, hi, Alice. Hold on. I'm going to let you say hi to my viewers. Let me switch it so everyone can see you. There she is. She's this bubbly woman. And as soon as I came, we connected, and she's awesome, and her husband's awesome. And they have welcomed us, me and my husband, here. And it's a cute little community here. And your family owns the whole plot, yes? Yes. And tell me the name of the town. I get it wrong. See, y'all? Kekrabite. Kokrobite. Okay, yes. And my husband has been trying to tell me how to say it, so I'm going to switch it back. She is busy doing her thing, got people doing stuff. But I want to show you all what it looks like around here. Let me flip it around again. So, again, it's a little chalet area. See all of the trees, and I'm surrounded with trees. There is the water tower right there. You come in through that way, and this is the building. I don't know if you guys can see the building. And there's a lady, her sister is in that unit, and she does hair. And this is our unit. So let's walk into our unit. As you see, my shoes are in here outside. And please do not talk about the living room because my husband kind of throws things around. And I just served us breakfast. So, but this is the cute little living room. And we have our little husband and wife stuff already. There's my laptop and, our candles. I don't know if you guys can see these things. I put them down. My daughter bought those for us. So the cute little, look at the curtains. I don't know if you guys can see these curtains. They're so cute. Look at those curtains. They shine. There you go. You can see it. There's a nice TV, and there's my view from outside. Here's our little love table. We just finished breakfast, so again, don't talk about me. I did eggs and rice. My husband is sleeping, but this is our bedroom. He's sleeping, so I'm not going to interrupt him. But this is our bedroom. See the cute little up there? Isn't that cute? Okay, and this is the kitchen. And let me show you the bathroom, of course. Here's the washer, and then there's the bathroom and shower. So I won't go in there too much because I don't want to show you. So, and here is the kitchen. And as you can see, I love to cook, as you guys know, which means I need to stir this. Yes, I need to stir this. And it's time to add water. But let me flip it back. I'm back. So I love to cook. And I love to cook for my husband. Now, here's the deal. My husband, as you know, is Ghanaian. So he doesn't eat a whole lot other than jollof, white rice, jollof rice, stew, which is what I'm making here. And the stew usually has fish or chicken in it. This stew, I'm going to put chicken in. As you can see, let me switch it back. You see all of my spices. I've chopped up tomatoes. Those are green peppers. There's those hot peppers, hot small peppers, which are considered Scotch bonnet. There's onion. I have these bouillon cubes that I put in, pepper, salt, garlic, and of course whole tomatoes. And then there's here's where we kind of have our stash of everything. Those of you from Cincinnati who see this, I found now laters at the store here in Ghana. I had to get some. But I brought rice and stuff from home, and I personally love this jasmine rice. So, and you're probably wondering, well, Kim, how did you get all this stuff here? Well, you see that big tote right there? That tote was full of stuff that I use at home to cook, from home cook. So the chicken is thawing right now in the oven, in the sink. But here's some more seasonings that we use. Those are peppers. Those are what peppers look like. And then, of course, rice. And the eggs, here's some eggs. Now, guess what? They don't refrigerate their eggs. And there's a big onion that I used. The only thing that's missing is ginger. That is the only thing that is missing. I did not get ginger. And I told him yesterday, I said, babe, I'm missing ginger for my stew. And he was like, yeah, I understand. But he loved it anyway. So I'm making it again for him because he loves it. Now, I need to show you guys what I'm about to do next. So I've chopped up all of the veggies, the onions, the green pepper, the Scotch bonnet. Now, mind you, what I would normally do at home, I have a blender. And so I put the tomato, the onion, the pepper, the water, the garlic into a blender, and then I do that. But I don't have a blender. So they actually have another thing that they use to actually grind the stuff, but I don't have that. So I've been really chopping. Okay, so all of this is going inside of my stew. After this is done, it tastes so great. And I'm going to tell you, it even makes really, like you can make this as a sauce for just, they call it stew, but we call it, it's a stew because I'm putting meat in it later. But you can also use this sauce alone for other dishes, right? For pasta, that sort of thing. So I'm going to get the rest of this in here. And then I'm going to put the seasoned chicken and get the chicken seasoned and get it in there so it can simmer. And, so I'll put the last few in there with my hands. Because I can't get that on the fork. Okay, so go ahead and stir that up. Oh, it's going to be so good. My husband loved it yesterday. As a matter of fact, this morning he was like, babe, is there any more stew left? I said, no, babe, it's all gone. You killed it. So earlier today, like I said, we had rice. And here's some more rice from this morning. And I'll make more rice to go with this stew. Now, the other thing that I would like to make, where's my top? There's my top. And I'm going to let that simmer for a while. And then I'm going to clean the chicken. And as you can see, it's in pieces. It's actually quite ready to go. It thawed out quicker than I thought it would. So I'm going to take the chicken apart. I'm going to make all this chicken this time. I was going to fry it later, but it's a bit chewy because of, I don't know, how they preserve it or whatever. My husband loves it that way. I personally don't. So there's the chicken. And I'm going to bring it over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and season it. I'm going to take these pieces that are already apart and put it down. And I'm going to season this. So I'm going to let this rest a little bit more. Go ahead and put a little salt on these pieces. Because this is kosher salt. I don't use a whole lot of kosher salt at all. I'll put a little pepper on here. And I like to pre-season my stuff just because I just think, I like to layer it. And I'm going to do some onion powder. I don't need garlic powder because I have fresh garlic already in there. So I'm going to let that sit for a minute. And, yeah, look at that. It's doing what it's supposed to do. And then I'm going to add the chicken a little later. Okay? So, let me flip it. Yes, I got to get those dishes done. So, I can sit and have a chat with you guys about what motivates me. So, okay. Now I'm sitting. So, I, again, had not made a video in weeks. Just want to give you guys kind of a breakdown as to what happened, the whole journey coming back here to Ghana. As you all know, I love Ghana. I fell in love with Ghana actually before I came, because I had done some research and my business partner is Ghanaian, and we had talked about Ghana a lot. He hadn't been back in a while, but he was going. He went back year before last, and again last year because his father passed. And so he and I missed each other coming here. But I had fallen in love with Ghana a long time ago. Some of you may be aware that Ghana has opened its doors to those of us of the diaspora, meaning those who are of African descent, to say, hey, come on home, come on back home. And I did research. I have lots of Ghanaian friends. I have people in Ghana that I'm connected with that from Ghana in my state, my city. And I was very intrigued to do that. So, long story short, I met my husband, my then just friend, along the way, along the journey. And I had shared with him, hey, I'm coming to Ghana. Hey, sure. We can connect, and I'll go into another story about how we met. He's going to do a video with me. Yay! You have no idea how happy I'm about that. He's going to do a video with me, and then we're going to talk about how we met and how our love grew and all of that. So I'm going to include him in that video, so you'll get that one next week. So anyway, I came, and one of the reasons that I wanted to come to Ghana was, again, to reconnect to, I had been to Africa before, but I was younger, and didn't experience Africa like I wanted to experience Africa. I'd been to other countries, but I always wanted to go back, and as an adult, to experience it. And so I planned to come, and, did come, and of course came to be with him as well. And again, we'll talk about that journey a long time, next week. So the other thing, though, that I have done here is connected with through my husband for a nonprofit organization called Hope Centers Autism Center. I've talked about this before. Matter of fact, I will see them next week. I'm excited about that. You guys will see that video as well. And also connected with the Ewe people in the Volta region, helping a particular village to build a vocational school. So with all that, I knew that I wanted to marry here in Ghana. I knew that when we got engaged, I didn't want to wait until he was able to possibly travel or whatever. I wanted to get married here. It was going to be very significant for me to get married here. And it was. It was great. And I'll show you guys some video, some pictures right here. We'll edit that in there later. And, my chief gave me away and walked me down the aisle, represented me as my family. I had another sister who's here. There's a group of women that I connect with here. They came and represented me as my family. It was great. And then, of course, my daughter came, and there were two other sisters that I know from the States came as well. So we had a wonderful time. It was a lot of work, a lot of headache with getting things arranged. My husband had to go here and there and everywhere to find a venue that was appropriate for us, that would work. And, of course, with COVID protocols here in Ghana, we had to be very careful. So we found a venue. We made it work. It wasn't my first choice, but we made it work. And you'll see the video, you'll see the pictures and all that. So now we're here. Again, as I told you earlier, our honeymoon was spent doing some other things and going around to other places. And we really wanted to settle in. We wanted to just be in one place to where we can just connect and be husband and wife. And so that's where we are now. And that's where this money motivation video continues. So about what motivates you. So what motivates you to discover who you are? That is your motivation, right? So let's get into it, shall we? So today I don't have Dunkin'. As you know, I'm in Ghana, so there's no Dunkin' here. I'm actually drinking cranberry juice this morning, and there's a reason for that. My hubby and I got sick, and I think I mentioned that we got sick, and so one of the things I need to do is to drink some more juice. So I'm drinking the cranberry juice. It has certain healing effects. So I've been doing that. I feel wonderful, though. I'm pretty much 100%, but I feel great. But what motivates you to find out who you are, to figure out who you really are? As you all know, what motivated me to come back here and to be here is because this is where my roots are traced. My chief actually did some research on his own about my maiden name, Jenkins, where that comes from. Now, of course, we know that Jenkins is a slave name. We know that. It is most African Americans who have a last name. It's not their lineage name. It's the name that the slave owners had, most of them, or they married into someone's family. So I asked my dad when I was a little girl. It was really weird. There was a white pastor on TV, and his last name was Jenkins. I said, Dad, are we related to him? And it was my wake-up call. I think I was 7, and my dad said, sweetheart, he says, that man is white, we're black. He said, when our last name is not really our last name. He said, our last name was given to us by slave owners. I was like, wow. Like, when I tell you, my eyes just opened up from that point on. And I think it was that moment that I realized I wanted to know more about who I was and my lineage. So what motivates you to discover who you are? What's your motivation? What do you do to better yourself, to find out who you are, to retrace your steps, to find out about your history, find out about your parents' history, find out about your grandparents' history, and your grandparents' history? What do you do? How do you motivate yourself to find out? Because I'm going to tell you something. The minute that you're able to do that, the minute that you're able to retrace your steps and go back and look and find out who you are and where you come from, it makes all the difference in the world. And I'm not just talking about African Americans. There are Jewish people, there are German Americans, there are Jewish Americans, there are Asian Americans that are in the United States who don't know their lineage, and they have to do the research. Now I know they have the ancestry, all that. I have not done that. I'm a little leery about giving my DNA out, so I haven't done that yet. But I've done as much research that I can through hearing my grandmother's stories, and talking to other older family members about what they know about where we came from. And what I do know is that my great great my great 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 grandfather was 100% Cherokee Indian, and my great 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 grandmother was from Haiti, according to my grandmother. Now you probably figure out, how did that happen? Well, if you do your research and history, you'll know that at one point slaves were on the same reservation as Native Americans at one point. So that's where, when people say, yeah, I got Indian in me, it's really true. They do have Indian in them, probably. I don't know for sure. But looking at my grandmother, and I'll put a picture of her as well, you will see that there in her. You'll see the lineage there. And you can see it in her face and her features, the Native American features that she has. Even my mother had the same features. So that was my motivation. I wanted to know who I was. I wanted to know where I came from, and I wanted to reconnect with that. So I do know that there's a mixture of it, as far as the African, where my African roots are. But Ghana has called me here. I've been called to Ghana. Now, my next trip out of the country, then my next African country to visit will be Tanzania. And then I would like to also go to possibly Gambia, again, because of the relativity of the lineage there. And again, most African Americans are West African because of course, the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade. So we come from West Africa, so we know we're from West Africa. So guys, it is going on. I've had a nice little time chatting with you. It's been a long time. But thanks, Reese's Pieces, for watching. I love you all. Have an awesome rest of your day. Have an awesome week, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Love you guys. And my last name is now Mensa. So we got to figure out how to do Reese's Pieces. You're still my Reese's Pieces. We'll figure it out. All right, guys. I love you. Talk to you later. Bye.